Kia ora and welcome back to my channel. I'm Elvie and today we are going through my third daily sketchbook. This is just ballpoint pen drawing with a classic Bic ballpoint pen. I've almost run out of my first one here, but today we are doing a tour of it. It is from the 17th of November to the 4th of February. These are just like Moleskine sketchbooks I was gifted. That's why I'm using this particular book. So first up we've got the sketch here, if it wants to focus. This is just of the city of Wellington from the viewpoint of Mount Victoria at the top there. It was a beautiful day, amazing seeing all the buildings and stuff. I'm not stoked with this, but it is a nice busy piece to start off the sketchbook. Got a couple cafe drawings here, one once again in Wellington and one back home. I quite like these jars here, and the detail on the salt and pepper are quite fun. Moving on, I've got a cute little koala here on my lamp that I have, and here is of the barrels and beautiful viewpoint of the start of a canoe trip with my family. Here we've got one of the huts with the beautiful ferns. You can see through the windows. Very busy because I had a lot of time here to draw. Here once again I had a lot of time to draw. I drew the marae that was near the place we were staying. I tried to get the details as accurate as I could, as well as a beautiful carved statue here. Quite difficult if you couldn't imagine, and I also wanted to try something different here, which was individualize the plants rather than just making them all look the same. I was quite happy with this one here. Moving on, we've got this one, which is usually how my sketches start before I add the shading, like here, but it was a bit long day, so I didn't actually get around to that. Here we've got a view from a cafe back home, lots of traffic cones, which is quite funny. But overall it's quite interesting, very isolating looking drawing. We've got this one, which was a photo from the canoe trip, and this is just me here with the oar and stuff. I liked the dynamic of it and all the lines creating the image. I was really happy with that. Here we've got a very light drawing. This is my first day back at work, so I was just drawing what was right in front of me, which happened to be another traffic cone. Here we've got coffee. I quite like the milk jug here, but wasn't a fan of the rest. And then I've got me and my friend here. We went to see a movie. I quite like this little bit here. The faces I wasn't overly stoked with. Here we've got a couple drawings I did at work. We've got one out in the field car park and one indoors. That interesting. These are half an hour breaks, so not a heck of a lot of time overall to draw, but I'm proud I did it. I've got a very faint drawing here at someplace and these beautiful hanging ornaments I tried to draw. Here we're at a cafe at a lake that just has so many ducks, so I did my best at drawing as many ducks as there were, and yeah, overall quite a fun, very fast sketch. Here we've got some more I did at work, very basic ones, but daily drawings, they're not all going to look amazing. This one's a bit busier. Once again, another cafe. You can tell because coffee machines. I quite like this one, not my favourite, but turned out pretty nice. Here we've got some strawberries. I didn't like it, but that's alright. We've got this one with my friend. We were in a tunnel, so it was quite fun trying to figure out how to create the tunnel aspects, and I think I did quite an effective job at it, and I was really happy with it. We've got this, which was just trying to showcase the Christmas decorations that were up in town, over these kind of archways to cross the road, and I think I did a pretty fun job of it. I like this part up here, not a huge fan of the rest. Got these. This is me and my friends after we went on a little road trip together. Quite like how the clothing fit and the flow of the pose, but it's very simplistic overall. Here we've got my brother and I went on a walk together. I quite like this spot. The shadows ended up helping quite a bit. And yeah, my brother looks like a person, which is great. Here we've got myself with some ice cream. I was quite happy with the angle of the face. I could tell it's me, which I usually, I'm very critical of how I look, so I know what I look like. And so here I could tell it was me. Here we've got a coffee machine. I was quite happy with it. It's very simplistic, lots of open space, but I really like the plant here, the coffee machine, and yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I've got these two I did on at work. I really like this one. It turned out quite nice. The shading was good, and it looked like the can. And this is of my work itself. I was really happy with it. I'll actually show you the details. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's like a cone, tomato plant, hose thing, mop, broom, door, lots going on, and it turned out quite effective, which I was really happy about. Here we've got my brother. I drew this in person, which is quite difficult, to say the least. And here we've got another cafe drawing. Got a photo from a road trip I went on with, once again, some more friends. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to zoom in. And we've got a drawing of my brother. Then I've got just a random table number. There wasn't much else going on that day. And then I've got another little drawing when I went to catch up with one of my friends. I've got another couple drinks. These are I'm not proud of these, but I'm not going to love everything in the book again. And having something on the page, I'm proud of that. I've got a couple more I'm not stoked with, but that's alright. I redeem myself later on in the book. And then I quite like this one. This is again from the river trip, except it's my brother. I quite like it. It's quite busy with the barrels and the tent here, and yeah, I quite like it overall. This one here, I wasn't happy with the faces, but it's more about the memory of hanging out with my dad. So here we've got the cat from work. Beautiful girl, that one. So I drew her, and then here we've got me and my dad from way back in the day. Moving on. We've got this one. You can tell I had a bit more time. We've got the flax plants here, some nice shadows going on, and we've got a cup of coffee. If you can't tell, if I don't know what I'm drawing, it's usually what's in front of me. Speaking of what's in front of me, I have a fork here, which I despise. I hate this drawing. I'm not proud of this one either. The faces turned out whack, but the sparklers at least resemble sparklers, which is more than what the rest can say. Here we've got some cups and myself after a walk I did. Another cafe here with once again trying to zoom in apparently. But we've got a random statue cutout, which is what this is, and yeah, bit of a car park thing going on in the back. And here we've just got another cafe. Here we've got my dad, and I was quite happy with this one, the quite direct lines here, which helped kind of create the piece. Got work again, and then we've got some chairs from a cafe. Sunscreen, this is very light, but I was proud of it overall. Accurate shape, and yeah, I really like this one. This is in Taupo. I was trying to practice cars because cars aren't my forte, and I was stoked. It looked like a car, which is more than usual. Here we've got a nice one from the Little Curious Cafe. This is a different angle. I did it earlier on in the book as well, but no, I was really happy with it. It was a nice drawing, nice day to be with my friends. And this one, it's very fast paced. You can tell it's before I could get shading in like here, but it's just laying out everything, and it's quite a nice example of when I have a bit more time to shade and when I just do a fast paced one. And it's grown on me quite a bit. Here we've got my two cats on the bed. Rare occurrence, so we've got one yawning and one just glaring at the other one to get off. And then we've got me holding a Morpork back in high school, so a while ago, but thought I'd give faces another go, and there was an animal in here, so yeah, here we've got a interesting kind of building. I cut it off weirdly, so I'm not happy with it, but just kind of drawing away. This is at the local markets, me trying to draw a store across from me because I was working at the markets. And yeah, the building behind looks actually quite nice, and the cart itself with the sign, it's quite nice. Very, I don't know, wholesome drawing, I'd say. Moving on, I've got a couple more drawings from cafe. This one's from work. This is just a beverage I've had and my phone here. So yeah, some quite dark line work again, but effective. Here we've got let's turn around, the local river with the bridge going across with lights over top. Quite like it. It's just a beautiful bridge to draw, and yeah, I'm quite happy with this one. And we've got one from a cafe. Very interesting angle was happening with this, so I was trying to capture that with a lot going on in the shelves, plants, books, glasses, lamps, but it's quite good, busy, effective busyness. Here we're on a ferry, so I tried to draw half the ferry here and the horizon with a boat here and here. Here is the iconic Tower of Auckland, the tallest one in New Zealand, and it's kind of like a syringe, but I tried my best to draw it, and yeah. Here we have another very brief drawing. Effective. Okay, so ignore the change of lighting. I had to upload the first video, and that took longer than I thought. And then by that time I had lost the light of the day, so now we're working with yellow lighting. So I'm sorry about shadows. I'll try to avoid that as much as possible. But here we have another drawing from a walk I did, Rangitoto Island, beautiful island. It's got like lava fields and stuff. Then we've got a horse. I actually did this one on a YouTube video. I'll try remember to link it in somewhere for you guys to go watch if you're interested. Here we've just got some pens, paintbrushes, pencils, scissors that were lying around on the table that I decided to draw. We have a drawing of my friend. We walked up to these beautiful lakes on the mountain kind of area through one of the national parks, and it was just beautiful, so I decided to draw the photo of that. We've got a very rough sketch here of just outside a cafe. Me and my brother had coffee together. Then we've got a drawing of my mum. I tried to get a dynamic pose working on figures and people, so I decided to draw her. Then here I did a walk with my sister, and I just drew a photo from the walk. Here we've got a cafe. I took a photo and I drew from that photo, so I could work on it throughout the day. As you can tell, in the foreground I gave a lot more shading and detail to the person, the dog, and then the no dog sign. Here is a drawing from a cafe me and one of my friends went to. The paintings on the wall were quite fun to try to draw, as well as these weird dangly lights. It's not my favourite, but I do like these as an added bonus. The final page of this book is me and a bunch of my friends from a couple years ago, an attempt of it anyway, and it's a nice way to kind of round off the book, which is crazy. This one here is the new book. You can tell it looks very fresh and clean. I've got the start and finish date on it already, just to get the cover nice and done, and I've done my first drawing in it today, which was quite fun. But yeah, as you can see, the rest to fill up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was fun. Sorry about the camera change, but enjoy the rest of your day, guys.